Welcome back. Here's the final segment of our tour of one of Israel's most amazing sites, Masada. Ami, we are standing in the place where the Jews, their last place before they're going to be conquered and slain. What was going on in this room here?
Okay, so first of all, this room is a synagogue, okay? Originally, in Jewish tradition, a synagogue is called a Beit Knesset, or a gathering house, rather than a worship house.
Okay.
So people would gather here and do their talks and discussions and so on. So Elazar ben Yair, the commander of the rebellion, when he knows that the following day there is no chance the Romans are going to come into Masada, kill everybody, rape the women and so on, he gathers all the men into the synagogue, into the gathering place, and he gives them an oration, a speech in order to persuade them to do what he wanted them to do.
Well, I mean, I was looking over the speech, and I mean, it's amazing what he's trying to convince them to do. It says here, let our wives die before they're abused, our children before they have tasted slavery. And after we have slain them, let us bestow that glorious benefit upon one another mutually and preserve ourselves in freedom as an excellent funeral monument for us. What's he asking them to do?
He's asking them, and they did do it. He's asking everybody to go out, and Josephus Flavius describes it like after they have finished hearing Elazar ben Yair, everybody ran out, hugged obviously their wives and their children, and have slain them, killed every and each person in Masada. And then, after doing such a horrible thing, really incredibly terrible thing, they came back here, and they gathered and they drew the lots of who are going to be the 10 last people who are going to kill all their friends. And then who is going to be the last one who is going to kill everybody else and slit his own throat. And imagine the archaeologist, Yigael Yadin, in the 50s and the 60s, when he comes over here from the Hebrew University and he does the excavation. He read the story, obviously, of Josephus Flavius. He knows the history. And he comes over here and he finds the piece of clay with the name Ben Yair.
This is the lot of the leader of the rebellion who gets the final lot to slit his own throat.
Maybe.
Wow.
So imagine a modern scholar who was the head of staff of the Israeli army before he became an archaeologist. He is a scientist from the Hebrew University, and he comes over here and he finds something like that. Now, this is incredible.
It is.
Like you have a validation of the story of an incredible story of bravery and courage of ancient Jewish people.
I mean, this story is stunning. 10,000 Roman soldiers surrounding this Jewish community. They're the last place in all of Israel that's still holding on to their freedom, and they choose freedom over slavery.
100%, almost 100%, because 2 women and 3 children were spared. They were not noticed. They hid in one of the caves, and then when the Romans the following day they came into Masada, they were stunned, obviously, by what the Jews have done, like killing themselves. They are not used to such thing. And they have seen the warehouses that were still full of food, no problem holding forever. But only because they did not want to become slaves, they decided to kill themselves.
What an incredible story and an incredible place. Thanks you. I mean, this is a powerful moment in Israel's history. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
In light of the strict religious code against suicide, the desperate Jewish leaders willingly killed their wives and children, then allowed themselves to be finally killed by their leader. So in the end, only one person was technically guilty of committing suicide. Throughout history, this event has been seen as an act of defiance against foreign rulers and has been a symbol to the Jewish people of how freedom is to be valued over slavery. Until recently, recruits to the Israel Defense Forces Armored Unit would actually swear the oath of allegiance in an annual ceremony on the summit of Masada. They chanted their defiant cry, "Masada will never fall again." Stay tuned, more P3 right after this.